Hey, good morning, YouTube. On today's episode of Supernova's RC Addiction, I have for you my Felony, which I fixed the steering servo on because the last time it was kaput. And then I've got the Arma Infraction, and then my Big Daddy K8S Creighton, which I'm really excited to run him today for a couple of reasons. I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to upgrade this motor in here, and I went ahead and did it. So I went from the 800 kV hobbywing to the 1100 kV Castle. So we're gonna see what that does today. I also upgraded all my connections. Had somebody giving me a hard time about running these EC5 plugs when I was running the hobbywing. So I figured by the time I got stepped up to this motor, I'd probably better be just 8mm all the way around. So I'm gonna connect everything first with the EC5s, just because when I connected everything directly with the 8mm, it gave off one hell of a spark. So I'm gonna let these guys take a brunt of that spark, and then once the caps are loaded and everything, I'll disconnect that and then quickly plug in everything direct to the 8mm, and then away we go with him. I did get 2 more pairs of my hatchets, or another set, so 2 more, a front and rear, or a left and right, sorry. So I put the new ones on the back because they're the ones that usually get chewed up the fastest. And then in this guy, we actually have the hobbywing censored setup with the version 2 Max 8 2250 motor. Everything's G2, so kind of excited to see what I can get out of him. I've turned the timing up on the motor and stuff a little bit. He's pretty similar to how you can tune the Castle stuff. Not quite as cool, but it's almost there. Not quite as smooth as Castle sensor stuff, but it does have turbo delay and all that good stuff, and you can hear it once it kicks in. So it's kind of cool. It is pretty neat what Hobbywing's kind of coming out with. And then the Felony just has the Max 6, and then Banggood special off Amazon, $30 steering servo that is 35 kg. And then this is the stock motor out of my 8S Outcast, and XT90s on him. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do some speed gauging on this guy today, see how fast he is. And maybe this guy too. I might strap it to him too, just to see what kind of speeds we're gonna get out of him. So what I decided to start with on gearing with the Big Daddy was 28-38, because I left that 38 tooth spur gear in there, and 28 was the smallest pinion I have. So we'll see what happens. I've got the punch control turned up to 60 on the ESC, and the motor timing turned down to low on 5. So I figured that might be a good starting point to see how things are gonna go with this 1100 in this setup. So alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and make a decision on what we're gonna run first, and then I'll get right back with you guys. Okay, so we decided to go with the Felony first. Got the old GNSS speed module on there, so we'll see what kind of RPM or I'm sorry, my MPH we can crank out of him. A few cars in the parking lot today. It's a bunch of softball games and stuff going on out there, and it is windy, so I do apologize about that. Gonna be a little extra wind noise. Gonna try to stay kind of tucked in over here behind the grandstands as best I can. This parking lot is definitely not the smoothest for these low liars. But that's okay. The only thing the paint does on the bottom of that chassis is keep it from getting rusty. So take your Sharpie and make those scratches disappear pretty easily. Shoo! See if I can run it through here a little bit. Nice. Gotta love these Arma on-roads. Hard to keep control of with these hoons on there, but it's meant for drifting more than anything. I noticed too with that stock servo, it would kind of wiggle on me a little bit. And upon putting this Banggood Special in, I was inspecting the steering rack and everything, and it did have a lot of resistance because the 4 pillow balls were screwed in way too tight, stock, and I should have done a little bit better job inspecting everything fresh out of the box, but you know how it is, get excited, and that kind of stuff tends to go to the wayside. All right, let's open her up. Again. Nice. I forget exactly what the gears are. I think the stock spur gear in this is a 50 tooth, and I believe the pinion is a 24. I kind of wanted it more set up for aggressive acceleration for drag racing, because this thing, man, it is fun to run in a straight line. Woo-wee! I think it was this curb over here that I schmacked the other day that broke 2 of my wheels on the damn K8S. Kind of like the best part of the parking lot though. Look at that, I didn't even touch the steering. Just a straight line monster, this guy. Full trigger. Hit a rock or something. I wonder what we've gotten so far for speed. What's our max? Let's see real quick. Yeah. Okay. Stop. 81. Huh. A little faster than I was expecting. I was expecting like 75 or so. Not too shabby. Right on. See if we can get it any faster. Yeah. We'll start over there by that fire hydrant. Run all the way over here by them electric poles. Out of a dig here. I did turn the punch down to 2. 1 being the lowest setting, 3 being the out of the box setting. Because 3 was just a little too bananas, man. It was just way too hard to stay straight with all that amperage from a dig. And 2 seems to be doing a lot better. Not bad at all. These things are pretty tough to beat in a straight up drag, especially on 8S. I mean, obviously it's not, you know, what those guys are doing on 2S with actual dragsters, which I do have a few of. I've got a 22S Lozy that I've got a hobbywing set up in. It's got a max 10 with a 3200 kV that I run on 3S. The old 69 Nova body on it, and it's a blast, man. It's a wheelie monster. So is my Slash, Traxxas drag slash, bone stock, electric green. Had to have the electric green. That's that color just feeds my addiction, man. I love that electric green color on an RC car. Keep them tires up a little bit. Can smell the rubber. I love that. Brand new set of hoons today. Got the silvers on the back and whites on the front. Stupid fast. See how much we can destroy these silvers today. Ooh, that's a nice hole we just hit. Wonder how hot we're getting. Probably ought to check at. Yeah, 2, man, when you just squeeze full trigger with that punch on 2, it is perfect. With that crate, 8S Outcast, not Creighton 8S, 8S Outcast motor. That came stock in that dude. Yeah, we'll check temps real quick. Actually, temps weren't too bad. The ESC did get up to 134, but I forgot to plug the fan back into it after tuning it this morning, turning the punch down to level 2. So the fan wasn't running and the ESC got a little hot. I was like, dang, I wasn't expecting that. Usually the motor gets hotter than the ESC. The motor got up to 86, which now it's down to 68. And the ESC is already down to 87, but thought that was a little unusual. Then I noticed that the fan wasn't even running. So my bad on that. No harm, no foul. This setup generally stays in pretty good parameters unless you're getting real stupid, you know, doing a Kevin Tolbert burnout or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch gears and run something else. I'm really just trying to buy some time before I run the Big Daddy, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to hang on much longer. I'll probably be running him next. So right back. Okie doke. So yeah, the moment I've all been waiting for. I just couldn't wait any longer. I gotta see what this 1100 is gonna do. Oh my. Got the brand new left and rights on the back of the hatchets, which now, you know, I'm kind of wishing I've still spent about $30 less so far on 3 sets instead of a set of 4. But I really like the Pro Line MX57s. I have a set of those on my Speed X Max. That Speed X Max, I built an X Max that I wanted to take care of, not bash, and just make fast as shit. See, that's with that 28-38 gearing. I should have bumped it up to a taller pinion gear. I can already tell. That's okay. But that Speed X Max has those MX-57s, and it is one of my favorite high gear set of tires for a bigger scale truck. They don't balloon, they last forever. They're not built for bashing and jumping and landing hard, because they will succumb to crackage if you do that to them. Oh, hello. I could have left the turbo, or I'm sorry, the motor timing turned up, and left the punch control turned up too with this small of a pinion gear. And I did hesitate to put it on. That's full trigger. Gone. But I just, man, like everything else I've done with this XLX2, I just wanted to start slow. And I know this 1100 kV Castle is an absolute amp monster. Oh shit, take it easy, buddy. It's definitely got a lot more pep than that 800 kV Hobbywing did. I mean, I can't say a lot more. A noticeable difference though. It's nice how much more controllable it feels, even on the brake. Yeah, if I had to take a guess, we might be geared for 42 to 45 mile an hour with that 28-38. And I did leave that last little bit at the bottom, or I'm sorry, at the top end. It's limited to 99% on the power instead of having it turned up to full tilt boogie 100. Shit, I don't even know if I cleared that from running the Felony. I don't think I did. So this speed may not be correct, folks. So let's see what we got here. Stop. Oh, well, maybe it wasn't even tracking yet. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, stop. Read 65. I don't know if this was the Felony. I highly doubt it was this doing 65. So we're gonna try that again. Start. Okay. You ain't doing no 65. That's full speed in a hurry. Absolute insane amount of torque. That got easy. Let's see what you did there, bub. Stop. Read. 60? No freaking way. No way. Start. There's no way that thing's doing 60. We aren't kilometers. No, mile an hour. Some bitch pile of monkey nuts. There's no way that's 60. I don't know. I'm calling bullshit. That's against the wind. stop. Read. 61. Hobby go to heck. Well, that's impressive. Oh dang, we got a pink hobbywing sticker on this thing. We need to yank that off there. Those tires are way out of balance. Wobbly. Might even be able to get an extra mile an hour or two out of this gearing if those tires were balanced. They were on the Felony. I definitely balanced those brand new hoons, even though they're gonna last, I don't know, 2-3 runs. This is one of them dumb things I like to do. You get these golf club counterweights that are basically little pieces of lead sticky tape. And you can get your bearings set up, you know, to float your tires on and figure out where your heavy spot is, and then slap some of that on the inside of your rim of that lead sticky tape to help even out the balance. And it really does improve the handling of these RC cars. It's kind of crazy, man. I mean, every little bit helps, especially on the unsprung weight. Obviously, if it's sprung weight on the suspension, you can handle that. But man, you think about the scale of the vehicle being the 5th scale, but then think of how much the total weight of the vehicle and everything is as far as those 4 tires are. That's a lot. So if you can at least balance them, makes a pretty big difference. How's them new rear hatchets doing? One of, let's see, that left one, since I did crack both the lefts, this left here is still cracked, so he's got some glue on him right there. Holding up though. Good game, baby. 60 mile an hour, my ass. There's no way that's 60. I don't know, it's such a big parking lot, I guess. And the rig itself is huge. He's an animal. She's an animal, Ricky. Full cheddar sauce in this thing, man. I'm actually pretty happy with the performance. I mean, I was close to 1-to-1 on that 800 Hobbywing. I was running that 38 tooth spur gear with a 40 tooth pinion, so pushed it just past 1-to-1. I bet this thing ain't even beginning to warm up. Fan's not on the ESC. I wonder if I can just take a quick feel on the motor here. My thumb in there. Oh, motor's actually pretty warm. If I had to venture, I'd say 110, 120, maybe even hotter. It's heavy though, it's a lot of weight. I wonder if the 800 would be a better option for something this heavy. I mean, we are running full throttle, well, 99% anyway, pretty much full throttle. I do think I'll leave the timing low at 5. With that 1100 being the temperature it is. I know that XLX2 is not hot. Really haven't been able to get that thing to do anything above 110. But yeah, that motor is a little warmer than I was expecting it to be. Don't have any cooling on it, no fans, no aluminum, no nothing. But I figured I had it geared respectably enough that I wouldn't have to worry about that. Maybe I will just leave it geared at that, you know, and just be happy with 60. What do you guys think? Should I gear it up and throw some heat on there, some heat sinkage, or just leave it alone? Not gonna lie, it's pretty freaking fun just the way it is. Like I said, I changed the gears on my watch. I can't leave nothing alone. But I don't know. I think I might leave this guy alone. Just so much low end power. I'm not even trying to pull those wheelies. And I have the punch control turned up to 60%. I mean, once you're rolling, you ain't gonna get a wheelie. You gotta do it from a dig. But that's pretty respectable, man. Watch that damn curb, man. Uh-oh, I got some people walking up on me trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, Chomo van. Predators. Alright, let's put it away. Put it away before we get raped. Alrighty, we'll end our day with the old infraction. Do some hooning in honor of the great Ken Block. Every time I do any hooning, that's who it's for nowadays. And talk about losing a hero. I wish these cars would stop driving up here looking at what the heck I'm doing. Leave me alone. Go away. That's why I like to come out here. I don't come out here to be bothered. Chase him out of here. Get out of here. Come on now. Get. Oop. A little bit of a jump in the road there. I will say that that motor and ESC combo, the G2 censored setup by Hobbywing, pretty good pair for this drifting platform. The throttle is just so linear and controllable. And still pretty fast. I should have put the speed module on this to see how fast this thing is too. A little bit of a speed wiggle there. Brought these tires to trash. Ooh, that's gonna be hard on the chassis. They were not brand new hoons like we had on the Felony. This thing gets to wiggling at high speed. Must have the TSM turned up a little too much. Turn that down a little bit. That's better. See if we can blow this setup up a little bit. Get her nice and warm. I can smell them tires. That's so cool about these hoons. You can actually smell them. My kid Jace, he'll drive his up to his foot like cat and just sit there and just burn them down, man. I don't want to do it. I think it's funner to just not tear your shit up and enjoy it more driving it around. But he'll sit there and burn out till you can't even barely see him because of all the smoke. Oof, it's a little rough out there, boys. Oh, no way. Low voltage? No, it's gotta be hot. That's gotta be because of temperature. Let's investigate. Be right back. Yeah, my dumbass did the same thing that I did on the Felony. Unplugged the fan on the ESC to change some parameters and forgot to plug the fan back in for running. So the ESC was a little hot, but I had it set to turn off at 221 degrees, so it didn't get too stupid. But I thought that was a little quick for the ESC to cut out due to thermal reasons. But yeah, when your dumbass forgets to plug the fan back in, kinda makes sense. I mean, I realize driving your rig around like that does create heat, but I still thought that was a little soon to be going into thermal. But now I know why, so I feel better about that. Been a while since I've had this guy out. The Felony too. This parking lot definitely is not the best place to run these. It's pretty rough. That's okay. Still fun. Something don't feel right. Got a rock caught in it or something. All right, let's investigate. Add this stuck in the wheel. Man, that motor is not even remotely warm, man. It might be 100 degrees, maybe. ESC feels a lot better now that the fan's running. Dumbass. Not too bad. I think we're gonna go ahead and shut her down for the day. Get out of here while we still can without saying anything's broke. Anyways, been a pretty fun day. I guess in conclusion, I expected him to stay a little bit cooler than he did, but it wasn't too bad. And I think I will probably end up gearing this guy up because I can't believe how cool that stayed. And then this guy, I'm not sure what I want to do. The motor did get a little warm. 136 was the maximum temperature on him. So I might gear it up, I might not, I'm not sure. Stay tuned and you'll find out, I guess. What in the hell is going on? Oh, we got water guys doing work. Jesus Christ. Any woozy woozy. Supernova RC out.